So in our first module, we learned about different types of systems, the surroundings, the boundary, and the zeroth law of thermodynamics, different equilibria, and the thermodynamic equilibrium, etc. So this is the second module, and it contains work, heat, and first law of thermodynamics. So we can start with work. Then concept of work. What is work done? If a system undergoes a displacement under the action of force, then work is said to be done. Work is the product of force and the component of displacement parallel to the force. So, work is equal to small work dW is equal to F dot dx, which is equal to F into dx into cos theta. This is the modulus value of F, modulus value of dx into cos theta, where F is the force applied, dx is the small displacement due to the action of force, then dot dx, then dx cos theta is actually the component of displacement parallel to the force. That is dW equal to F dot dx. dW equal to F dot dx, that is equal to F dx cos theta. The unit of work done is equal to Newton meter, or it is joule. So we have two types of work. One is external work and other is internal work. So what is internal work? If the work is done by one part of the system on the other part is called internal work. The interactions of molecules, atoms, or electrons on one another constitute internal work. So internal work is within the system. The system is never do any work towards the surroundings. It is the work done by one part of the system to the other part. That is the internal work. Then what is external work? If the work is done either by the system or on the system as a whole is called external work. So work is done either by the system. So either by the system to the surroundings or on the system by the surroundings as a whole is called external work. So we are not dealing with the part of the system. It is as a whole by the system or on the system. When the work is done on the system, the work is said to be positive. Why? The energy of the system increases. So we are doing some work on the system. So this work will be converted as energy. So the energy of the system will increase. That is positive work. When the work is done by the system, that is the system is doing some work, so it will lose some energy, then it is a negative work. That is the energy of the system decreases. Next concept is quasi-static process. Quasi-static, the term means, what is quasi-static? Static means it is not moving. Then what is quasi? Quasi means it is almost. So quasi-static means it is almost static but not static. Very small processes are known as quasi-static processes. So what is the definition? When an unbalanced force acting on the system is infinitesimally small, that is very small force, then the system at all times infinitesimally means it is very small, very small, near a state of thermodynamic equilibrium. So all such states through which the system passes can be described by thermodynamic coordinates. That is, the system can be represented by equation of state. What does it mean? That is, if we are firing a bullet, we cannot see the position. We cannot identify the position at all. So within seconds, it will reach some very far distance. But if we are dealing with our walking, then sometimes we can post or we can mark the position in some time. So quasi-static process or infinitesimal processes are we cannot distinguish between the previous state and the current state. Since it is a very small process, we cannot distinguish the previous process or the state of the system at a particular time and after a small time, or after some time the state is moving in a very slow manner. That is the infinitesimal process. So quasi-static processes are, it is a small process. Then what is the peculiarity? All the system or all the states of the system can be described by thermodynamic coordinates, or the system is all the time near the state of thermodynamic equilibrium. So we cannot distinguish the different states, different nearby states each other. That is the quasi-static process. What is hydrostatic system? An isotropic system of constant mass and constant composition that exerts on the surroundings a uniform hydrostatic pressure in the absence of gravitational, electric and magnetic effect. If there is no such effects, then the pressure exerted, if there is a pressure exerted by the system to the surroundings, then it is called a hydrostatic system. Hydrostatic system may be a pure substance or a homogeneous mixture, like two liquids or whatever it is, two liquids, two gases, etc. Or a heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture means a gas and a liquid, or a mixture of gas and a mixture of liquid combined together. These are known as heterogeneous mixture. So the next thing is, we already talked about hydrostatic system and the work. So what is the work done in changing the volume of a system? That is mentioned in the next video.